architectural significance is the Temple of Yeha. Some 60 kilometers east of Aksum, the temple at Yeha is thought to have been built in the 8th century BC. Standing for more than 2.5 millennia, it is the oldest building in sub-Saharan Africa. It's a magnificent structure, remarkable for, among other things, its structural strength, geometrical perfection, and architectural beauty. Yeha was the center of the Da'amat kingdom that existed before Aksum.
Many centuries older than Aksum civilization, according to my opinion, starts in the 1st century after Christ, and this is many centuries earlier, and it is also very important in comparison to the Yemenite situation in pre-Christian times. So we have the parallels, of course, but not only parallels. There are also Ethiopian native sources.
Aksum was the heart from which the pulse of this great civilization throbbed. Its ruined palaces, tombs, majestic monuments and inscriptions are attestations of its past glory. At one time it extended across the Red Sea to Yemen and was reckoned by the 3rd century Persian historian Mani to be one of the 4 great powers of the ancient world, alongside Persia, China and Rome.
What's impressed me the most? I think it is, again, when you're looking at the buildings there, the tombs, how all the granite blocks are so perfectly aligned, incredibly flat and angulated, perfect angles, 90-degree angles. And again, think how they had to do that, with what type of implements. They didn't have modern day machinery to do the carving. This was all done by hand, presumably with hammers and chisels. And to get it, and then they would have to sand down, and incredible, absolutely incredible. The complexity of how the civilizations have evolved within Ethiopia, dating back all those thousands of years, with the Jews, with the Christians, and latterly, of course, with the Muslims as well, and how they've all blended in together is quite incredible.
Aksum is a city whose numerous mysteries remain largely undeciphered. One of its best secrets is the presence of the lost Ark of the original Covenant of God, which is believed to contain the stone tablets on which God inscribed the 10 Commandments. The Ark was brought from Jerusalem to Aksum after the visit to the Holy City by Menelik I, the son of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. Ever since then, this holy object has been safely kept here within the compound of Mariam Zion Church. The well-laid out Aksum Archaeological Museum inside the northern Stellai field contains an interesting variety of objects found in the tombs, ranging from ordinary household objects such as lamps and incense burners to quite sophisticated glassware, beautiful lion gargoyles, a charming pot shaped like a 3-legged bird, well-preserved Sabaean and Ge'ez inscriptions dating back over 2,500 years, an amphora from Turkey or Cyprus that provides evidence of ancient trading routes, and a particularly nice collection of Aksumite coins. The Aksumite kingdom was famous for its economic prosperity, architectural ingenuity, and cultural vibrancy. Arguably, the obelisks in the ancient city of Aksum are the best known legacies of this great civilization. Beneath these obelisks are found royal tombs, and what is certain is that these obelisks have no comparison anywhere in the world, being the largest single pieces of stone ever erected.
I think it's very nice. The excavation site and the steles are very beautiful and impressive. I would say, because they are so old and you can really see it's just one piece, which is amazing. In Egypt, many of the pyramids are made from stone blocks, and we can see the steles, which are, I think, unique maybe. And this is very special for tourists from Europe because we don't have such old pieces. Way they are built and the art on it. So they put the grave doors onto them, and this is very impressive as well. But I would say the most impressive thing is that they managed to get them here from the stone uh, manufacturing place. How they pulled it, for example, it's amazing.
The largest and heaviest of all is the fallen obelisk. Decorated on all of its four sides, this 13-story obelisk is 33 meters high and 4 meters wide. Its estimated weight exceeds 500 tons. With 11 stories, the second largest obelisk is 26 meters high. It is decorated on all four sides too. Looted by fascist Italy in 1937, it was taken to Rome in 3 pieces. It took 7 decades before Italy finally gave in to the intense diplomatic and popular pressure from Ethiopia and friends of Ethiopia to return the stolen obelisk to its rightful owners. This is the third largest and still standing obelisk. This 10-story obelisk has remained in the same place and position ever since its erection. These unique and magnificent obelisks symbolize Aksum's technological superiority. Even today, it is still not understood how these massive monolithic edifices were quarried, transported more than 4 kilometers and erected. Aksum is Ethiopia's Christian capital. Built in the 4th century AD in Aksum, the original church of St. Mary of Zion, or Mariam Zion, was the first church in sub-Saharan Africa, and perhaps one of the earliest churches in the world. The city of Aksum serves as a base for visiting a number of historical and religious sites, including those in and around Yeha and Adwa.
Of course, Aksum is very important because it's the cradle of Christianity, so it has an historical importance, I think. For that reason, it's important to start from here, I think. And then you can go to the other place in the north of Ethiopia to visit the other place where you can see the symbol of Christianity.
I feel like I've really come to the beginning of civilization. And what's so fascinating is the complexity of the history, the vibrancy, and then to see the stones that date back so long is really meaningful. Makes it a very impressive sight, and will stay in our memory because we feel we've been back in time and understood a bit more about the culture and the religion. Yeah.
Very close to Yeha, the site of the Battle of the